Have you ever looked at a mountain before you and thought to yourself, I recognize this mountain. I've seen this mountain before. It's the same mountain that was before you last year. Before that, it was the same mountain before your mom. Before that, it was the same mountain before your grandparents. And then you begin to wonder, will I ever get rid of this? There are generational patterns that we see playing out in our lives. Generational battles we should have no business fighting, yet we have to fight. Because these battles determine the outcomes of our lives. They held our parents captive. They held our grandparents captive, and now they're holding us and our children, both born and unborn, captive. These curses have held generations down with no means of escape. Well, that was until you came along. Come on, say it after me. Until I came along. Listen to me. You must be the one that is bold enough to break the curse. You must be the one courageous enough to choose to break the vicious circle. These patterns have stayed too long and they've gone too far. Someone has to do something about it, and that someone is you. Every man must get to a stage in his life when he is tired, a stage when he is tired of the same old stories, a stage when he is tired of the same vicious circles, and he is tired of being beaten down. Hey, no one is coming to save you because everyone is too busy fighting of a battle of their own. They're not just fighting their own battles, but they're fighting inherited battles as well. And you must determine to save yourself. Because if you can save yourself, then you can save your family. In every family, a savior must arise. In every generation, some people must arise who would decide that enough is enough. This is a time for you to stand up against the things that have held your family captive. This is the time to break the curse. This is the time to set your generation free from the curse that has held them captive. I don't know what the cause is. I don't know the things that have held your family back or captive. I don't know what patterns you're currently seeing reoccurring in your life. Could it be that your father was an alcoholic who eventually died of an alcohol-related disease, and now you find that you're fighting the same battle? Or could it be that you're seeing your children fight the same battles you saw your parents fight? You thought you had beaten it, but turns out that it's still there. Is there a trail of oppression and poverty in your lineage? Is there a trail of broken homes, broken hearts, and broken dreams in your lineage? I don't know what it is, but all I know is someone has to fight. There must be someone who makes this choice to break the curse. You might be fighting addictions in your family, or maybe it's temperaments that have destroyed lives over the years. Anger, bitterness, unforgiveness. You must choose to break the curse. Forgive them. Destroy the hold that anger has over you. Destroy the hold of bitterness. Jacob stole his brother's blessings. He deceived Isaac and took the blessing that should have been reserved for Esau. What they didn't know was that they were setting their generations up for a lifetime of unforgiveness, bitterness, and resentment. Isaac said to Esau, when you decide to break loose from your anger and hatred, you will tear his yoke off your neck. I know that your family may be hurt. I know that your generation has kept the grudge over the years, but can't you see it's a curse? Can't you see it's the curse that has held you captive all these years? When will you break loose? When will you tear the yoke off your neck? And so one day, both Esau and Jacob chose to set their children free. They reconciled and destroyed the yoke. I don't know what the curse is, but you need to break yours. Break loose. You're the one who is going to need to choose to break the curse. You're going to need to stay away from the alcohol and cigarettes. if it's the demon has held your family captive. You saw it destroy your grandfather. You heard it destroy your great-grandfather. You saw it destroy your father. And now you're towing the same line. You are not helpless. Don't ever say that. Don't ever say you have the choice. Isaac said, when you decide to break free, you will break his yoke off your neck. You can decide to break free. You can make the choice that will deliver your generation. But hear me, nothing will change until you decide. The curse will never be broken until you decide. It will continue to keep you in bondage. Make the choice today. Break the cycle of obesity. If it has killed the ones you've loved, eat healthily, eat right, exercise. You're not a slave to the curse. You wouldn't be unhappy. Unhappiness is living in bondage. The real unhappiness is being unable to say no. So say no. Say it now. Say it. You've been given the liberty to break every curse that holds you down. Decide to be the one who sets your generation free. You need to be the one who decides to break the cycle of poverty. All your life you've been told that none of you ever rises above a certain level. That is just the way it is. A family yoke. Shake it off. Shake it now. Shake it off your neck. You will be different. Your case will be different. Decide to be the one who goes beyond what everyone else does. And be the one that goes beyond what everyone else ever achieved in your family. And don't stop there. Fulfill your highest potential. Keep going. You've got God on your side and no curse can hold you down. Jabez was born in pain. His mother literally named him Pain. His life was up to a painful start and he didn't even know anything about it. But Jabez didn't just accept that. He refused to accept that his life would be filled with distress and pain. So you know what he did? He cried out unto God. He asked God to change his story. He asked God to bless him, enlarge his territory, and to keep him from the trouble and pain he detested. God heard him, because when you decide to break loose, you will shake the yoke off your neck and you will be set free. That's what happened there. They decided to break loose and God honored it. You may need to cry out to God. You're carrying burdens that are too heavy for you. You're dealing with pillars that you cannot move on your own. You may be dealing with cycles that you cannot break on your own. But the choice you must make is to cry out to God. The choice you must make is to decide that enough is enough. The choice you must make is to decide that you can't take it enough. The yoke has stayed for far too long on your neck. Shake it off. Shake it off. I need you to see that unless a Savior arises for every generation, nothing changes. Generations continue to recycle the same diseases, the same death, the same operation, and the same weakness. Something has to change, and the change must begin with you. You are the one sent to your generation. You are the hope that the generations unborn need. You are the one who will set your family free. You are the one who must secure the future of your next generation. You don't hand over your mistakes to them. Don't leave them with hate, unforgiveness, and bitterness. These lives are counting on you. Yesterday is gone, but today is a new day. You've lost loved ones because no one was courageous enough to take a stand. You've lost so much, but not anymore. You don't have to lose anything or anyone else, because this time you're breaking the curse. This time you're breaking loose. This time you're shaking the yoke off your neck. This time is different. This time you're receiving the wisdom of God. So go ahead. Take the bold step of faith. Do what you need to do, but things must not remain the same. Your children are counting on you. Your future is counting on you. The curse ends with you. Your children must not fight the same battles you fought. They shouldn't face the same struggles you face. They must live better. They must be better. Leave them with blessings, with peace, with love, with joy, with forgiveness, with mercy. Leave them a legacy of hope, of strength, of hard work and diligence. Whatever you do, decide today that you're breaking loose.